So right now I am sitting out. I'm, believe it or not, eating the rest of my African food from last night. And I have a cup of coffee that I picked up from the buffet. The buffet is, I think they were just finishing up from breakfast, you know? Sorry. I don't know why I put that food in my mouth when I was about to speak. So far this trip has been really good. One of the things that I have been reminded is that when you are in different countries, different cultures, and you know, this is just reality. I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm just being real. Sometimes as a black woman, as a black person, even though like when I walk into a space, especially when I pay my money, I walk in like I belong because I do belong. And you know, that's just bottom line. I pay for this cruise just like everybody else. But sometimes you'll have people with different cultures who have different personalities, different ways that they are. And what I try to do is not take offense very quickly. I try very hard not to take offense because I understand, like living overseas for so long, and like living in Germany, living in Korea, living in Japan, living in Italy, and now living in Spain, and of course living in the United States, there are a lot of preconceived notions people have when they see a black face, when they see a brown face. And honestly, one of the things that was asked of me today was if I was staff or if I was a passenger. And now I see a lot of staff members around here who look like me, right? And I try very hard to, you know, everybody I treat, you know, with respect, but I want to make sure that, you know, when I see people who look like me, you know, a lot of times they'll look at me like, oh, I see you, you know, and I'm like, oh, I see you too. But, you know, that's one of the things that I learned on this trip. I also learned the kindness of strangers, right? Like, I always have people to help me whenever I need it. We're all over this world because there are a lot of good people in this world. You know, yeah, there may be a couple of, you know, knuckleheads here and there, but for the most part, I believe people are good and people want to support other human beings, right? I had someone to help me with my bag on the on my first train. You know, just people are. And then when I got to my second station, just, you know, helping me get to where I wanted to be, because a lot of okay, I think I might have to go because I smell smoke and it's starting to get to me, and I feel like I can't focus on what I'm saying because I feel like I'm smoke filled right now. Let me see if I can get through at least this part. So, in the areas of Germany I've been in over the last couple of days, except for Hamburg. Like when I got to my second station, there was no English, like nothing was in English. Everything was in German, right? And we're in Germany. I don't, it's always a great thing when, yeah, the smoke is getting to me. It's always a great thing when you can have English, right? But I don't expect it because if I'm in a different country, like I expect to try to figure it out. One of the things I wish I had done is I wish I would have brushed up on my German, because there was this guy sitting next to me when I was waiting for my first train, and he spoke just very little English, and he's actually the one who helped me with my bag. And I get that a lot. I get support a lot, even like I don't ask for it. I just get like people who I get that a lot. But he was trying to form a conversation. I was very proud of myself because I did have, there's a lot of German. I remember from my Duolingo lessons and from my German class in high school. But there was a lot of things I missed. But anyway, today was good. I'm really ready to relax. I don't even know what I was saying. And I'm really, really ready to relax. I was able to get a little bit of sleep on my longest train. That was wonderful. And then I found out that when I got to the main station, that the cruise was just right there. That was very unexpected. I do a lot of prep before I board a cruise. I do a lot of prep, period, right? I try to figure out where I want to stay. So for instance, sometimes when I go to London, excuse me, this video may be all over the place because I feel a little discombobulated. But sometimes when I go to London, I'll stay at the airport if I know I have an early flight going back, especially if it's just like a weekend trip, right? But so for instance, this last trip to London, and I'll post a video on that at some point, because I feel like I'm gonna have to, I think I might go backwards. Since I'm starting off posting this one, I think I might go backwards. Like maybe, so if I go backwards, London will be my second set of videos for my solo travel. Hello. So anyway, when I was in London this time, I realized I was just going to be in there for the weekend. I went to see Josh Johnson. But I realized that I was going to be spending more time in the city, like for different shows that I would have to go back and forth, for. So I ended up staying the first 2 nights in the city, and then I ended up staying the last night near the airport. But for this one, when I booked my train to the cruise, I wanted to make sure that I booked it to go to the train station that was closest to the port. But I had no idea when I got off the train that it was going to be that close. I'll insert some video because I took some video and some pictures of just how close it was. And it was so neat just to see that. And then I was able to get a little exercise too, just walking from the train station. Now let me just tell you, whenever I go somewhere, whether it's a solo traveling or just when I'm going to a new place, there's always nervousness, always. But somehow, like, my want for the adventure, or my desire for the adventure is it outweighs the nervousness. So my courageousness outweighs my nervousness. So when I was walking up to that cruise, I had never been to this part of Germany before, ever in my life. I had never experienced this port before. So I'm just walking in faith, right? I'm just walking like, okay, I know that I think it has to be this way. I think so. So I just kept going. And then when I got to the cruise, I realized it was just all gate, right? And I was like, okay, now how do I get in? And then I just had to keep walking and figure it out. And then I finally made it to the area to drop off your bags. And then I waited a little bit. I saw a line, right? So my embarkation time was at 11. I like to get on the ship early, right? Even though the cabins and everything are not looks like something just fell. Even though the cabins are not ready, I like to try to get on to the cruise as quickly as possible. Now, here's the thing. I saw the line, so I just went and sat down. And then I saw people go in. And at first I was thinking, well, maybe those are like the VIP people, because like MSC has the Voyager Club or something like that. So I was thinking about like maybe they got to go on early. But another tip, you know, just to let you know, I always operate as though I'm VIP, right? Because the only thing they could do is just turn me away, right? No harm, no foul. So when I got myself settled, I got in line and I walked through. I gave them my boarding pass, and I went through. And then I got in line, and the check-in was extremely easy. And then I was getting ready to go through the security, right? One more bite, sorry. So I was getting ready to go through security, and I saw people taking the water out, like, and throwing it away as though we were like getting on an airplane. And I was like, that don't make sense, because I have like several bottles of sparkling water in here that I do not want to have to get rid of. And I have my African food, and I still have my snack from this morning, right? I was like, I'm just gonna go through. And so I asked the guy at the security, and I said, do I have to get rid of my water? And he said, your water? No. And I said, okay. I thank God that I did not follow suit, because I'm like, sorry, this little piece just keeps bothering me. I was like, okay, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I think I just made it worse. Okay, all right. Hold on, my bobby pin. Okay, sorry. This is real life. This is real life, okay? This is real life. Let's see. All right. Oh, that's cute, honey. Anyway, so I walked through and I got on, and I was just like, okay then. And so I had my bag, I had my backpack, and I had my rolly carry-on. And so we had to go up some stairs, and I was like, oh, okay. So I put my backpack on my shoulder, had my bag, and hoisted it up and just walked. Now, here's another tip. When you're traveling Europe to Europe, more times than not, in my experience, para mí, in my experience, when you're taking little flights from European countries throughout Europe, you are not, when you land, you're not connected to the airport, so you have to travel to know that you're going to walk downstairs and walk into the building. You have to know that when you board the plane, you're going to have to walk upstairs. It's not like it is a lot in the States and like some of the bigger airports or like bigger flights where you go directly from your plane directly on a ramp, you know, to go into the airport. So just another little tip. Like if you're traveling inside of Europe, or even if you're traveling let's say if you're traveling from the States, and like for instance, when I come from Texas my flight from Texas goes from Dallas to Madrid, right? And then where I live, I fly into Jerez, right? Jerez, Jerez airport. And so when I'm leaving Madrid heading to Jerez, it is, there are stairs you have to walk up. So whereas you're like cozy and comfortable in, like traveling in the States, or even like getting to your first international spot, you have to pack for that, right? Yeah. Anyway, that's just a little tip. Like, you could still, have two carry-ons, have like your backpack and your rolly bag, but just know that you're gonna have to carry it up the stairs. You're gonna have to walk upstairs physically. I always wondered what happened when people are disabled and stuff on those little flights. I got to experience it one time where there is a whole system they have, and I think I have footage of that. I think I recorded that. It was so interesting because I was like, there has to be people who are disabled who are hello. Oh, my earpiece fell out. There has to be people who are disabled or can't make the stairs. And I saw there is a system. It's a whole deal, but it happens. It's possible. So don't let that affect you if your mobility is not all there. Hi, how are you?
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. How are you doing?
Very well.
Good. It's good to see you.
See you.
Yes, this is my first time on this ship.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
my last one was, I forgot.
Seaside.
No.
Same ship company.
It was MSC. It was from Barcelona it's the Barcelona, Marseille, Genoa, Naples.
Seaside?
No, not Seaside. Not Europa. I can't remember.
Okay, fine. I can't even remember.
But my first one was Bellissima.
Yeah, Bellissima.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful one.
Never been there. This is my third ship actually.
Oh, what's your third ship?
Yeah.
What are the other two?
This is the second. I mean, first the Seaside.
Okay.
Then the previous one was the same ship.
Ah.
I just came back yesterday.
Oh.
So from Philippines, I fly straight to Copenhagen yesterday.
Yes.
And the weather changed. Now my voice changed.
Oh my gosh! So we're stopping in Copenhagen too, right?
Where?
We're stopping in Copenhagen on this. Yes. I'm excited. Did you like Copenhagen?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Especially the view. It's nice.
Oh, I can't wait.
You're very lucky. This cruise is very good. Actually.
Yeah, I'm
Yesterday,
excited.
the other cruises, I asked my colleagues, it's really raining.
Oh.
Now it's very gorgeous.
Now it's very gorgeous. Okay, so perfect timing. What's your name?
My name's Jennifer.
Hi, Tanya. Nice to
Tanya,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Jennifer. It was lovely. It was very lovely. Uh-oh. Listen, I'm so sorry. I can't stop eating, so what I'm going to do is end this here because my food is just sitting here and it's like waiting for me to eat it. I'm going to try to give a little picture of what I'm eating. All right, and then I'll come back later. Bye.